You can hide all your goods.
Holy smokes.
So we're up here in High Hemlock, which is the elevation here is about 4,000 feet. And I think that that's why this place is so popular between Highlands and Cashiers and Glenville. So Katie, tell us a little bit about the area and what we might expect if someone was coming up here.
Yes, so we are in High Hemlock, which is known for its beautiful views. This home is in a private setting. It's just situated right above Lonesome Valley at about 4,000 feet. You know, it's nice and cool right now, which is great.
It definitely is. And when people, I think a lot of people come here probably from the Atlanta area, maybe even Charlotte, but also a lot of Floridians are here because when you go to the grocery store here in Cashiers, almost every other car tag is probably saying Florida. So from a hot climate to a relatively cool climate here in the Cashiers area, I'd say that normally it runs about 20 degrees cooler than what the big cities offer from a climate standpoint. Most people that follow this channel know that the Florida market is a little slow now, especially in the Sarasota area. But what about here? Are you seeing any slowdown in the market? And what are your thoughts as far as real estate is concerned here?
So our market, I think right now is adjusting. It's typically known to be a second home market where people have a second home here and their main home would be in an area like Florida or Atlanta. So it's not a market where our clients have to have it. So I think we're seeing a little stabilization where sellers need to be more realistic and buyers are taking their time. Our inventory historically is still pretty low. So I think, a lot of buyers are really kind of taking their time and making sure it's what they want and they're not jumping as quick as they were a couple of years ago.
Tell me, as far as pricing is concerned for this area, what would somebody expect to pay?
So you see anything from $300,000 up to high millions in this area. It's all over the board. We have a lot of country club communities, golf course communities, which are very popular. A lot of our clients like to be in our golf course community. Where we have other gated communities like here in High Hemlock, where you've got light amenities, some hiking trails, it's gated, and they prefer to maybe be in here somewhere we're a little bit private. They might still be a country club member, but want to live a little bit more private versus, living within the club.
So other than the great elevation, what might somebody not know about this area that might surprise them as far as the surrounding areas?
I think what a lot of people don't realize is how many waterfalls we have in this area and hiking trails and outdoor amenities because the temperature is so mild, you can really get outside and enjoy it. And the beautiful waterfalls, I think, are some things people don't realize how much we have.
I made a hike the other day to one of the waterfalls and it was truly beautiful. And I think another thing that people might not realize if they don't come to the mountains very often is how twisty the roads are. You've got a lot of switchbacks and tight turns in these mountains.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do.
So if somebody was coming up here, I'm sure that you have a lot of different areas that you can show them. Typically, what would be the type of communities that are here in the Cashiers area?
So we have Highlands area, which is very popular. Highlands is kind of a walkable area that people love. Homes situated where you can walk to town, great restaurants. You have the Cashiers area, which is some people think a little bit more laid back than Highlands. And outside of Cashiers, you've got Glenville, which is Lake Glenville, which is our public lake. It's beautiful. People love, you get public access. There are some communities that have private access to Lake Glenville. And then you get into Sapphire area, into Toxaway. And Lake Toxaway is more of a private lake that you have to buy into that community to access the lake. But we've kind of got a lot of lake-minded, a lot of country clubs. It's a mix. There's a little bit for everything. I always give people advice when you come up here to start looking around to really figure out what you like to do and how you see yourself living here. Are you outdoorsy? Are you country club? How do you picture exploring and take your time and figure out what you're looking for?
Well, the home that we're at here is kind of a classic. A lot of detail in here. From a what's being built now. Can you give us an idea of what is popular, what people are searching for or gravitating towards when it comes to style of homes?
So we're definitely seeing a trend of a more mountain modern. That is what a lot of people are building, a little bit not as dark and mountainy, but have those mountain timber frame touches with a little bit of modern. We have a lot of new construction, even spec homes being built on our plateau, and that seems to be the trend and what people are looking for right now.
That's not the first time we've heard mountain modern,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
seems to be popular.
This is what you call a Carolina porch, Carolina sitting porch.
Or the detail in here.
Yeah, the
Incredible.
detail and the fireplaces. You want to see something really cool about this house?
Yeah.
There's a safe room. So you can hide all your goods or your wine.
Smokes.
And there's a nice little safe room.
You didn't even know it's here behind that
No.
door.
When they first showed it to me, I was like, oh, that safe's not going anywhere. And they're like, well, no. And I thought it was a safe stuck in there, but it's actually safe room, which is really cool. Let me show you a really cool library. The detail in here. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this home has you have a pool table room, a workout room. We've got 4 bedroom, 4.5 baths. There's room for everyone. A separate living area upstairs.
So I think you had another home that was in this general vicinity.
Yep, I do. I have several listings in a community called Chinkapin, which is very popular. It's a very outdoor-oriented community, miles and miles of hiking area. They have over 700 acres of conservation. So hiking trails, private waterfalls, they have some UTV trails, which are really fun. So it's kind of like not a golf cart community, but a UTV where everybody hops on their UTV. They go up to the clubhouse. There's parties. There's a dog park. There's pickleball. Pickleball is huge on the plateau right now. Huge.
yeah.
It's replacing all the tennis courts, and people love it. But I've got some great long-range view lots in there, some private creek lots, for those that are really want to build their own little oasis. And then I've got some great kind of what I call lock it and leave it little cottages. Great, investments for those that just want something small, come up here, get out on the trails, don't want a big house to maintain. Those have been great investments for a lot of my clients.
And what would somebody expect to spend on something like that?
So you're looking at the upper 400,000 range for some of the smaller cabins, up into the mid-million range.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good. So there's a variety.
Yeah, there is a variety. Yeah.
So I want to thank Katie for taking the time to come up here and show me this beautiful place here in the Cashiers and Glenville area of North Carolina. And if you find yourself looking to make a move, I'd be more than happy to set you up with Katie so that she could show you around the area and get you acclimated. And in this channel, Relocation is Your Move. We're all about connecting buyers and sellers with good qualified agents that know the areas so that you can find a place that's going to fit just right for you. Mark Bamig, Michael Saunders and Company.
And I'm Katie Nicholson with Silver Creek Real Estate Group.